Hey guys, this is Leo with Mining Suma, and I'm making the second video about mining on a gaming laptop. So I made a video a month ago for an Asus TUF F-15 or -F15. So that was a 3070 RTX 3070 mobile, and it was a max Q version, which means it was cut to 80 watts maximum power to the GPU, and it was only doing like 44.8 mega hashes per second. So what I did is I went to MicroCenter and I recorded several gaming laptops that they had on display. And so I made a video about the 2060, RTX 2060. And that one was making 30 mega hashes per second using 80 watts. And that's normal for a 2060 or 1660. They're about the same performance in mining Ethereum. And that's not the power, 80 watt power consumption is normal for those GPUs. They get about the same hash rate. So is 1060 Ti, 1060 Super, and 2060. So about 31 mega hashes per second. On mobile, we were basically around 30. And the power limit we could not control, but the memory overclock was 1000 megahertz. Okay. So next one up is the 2080 Max P. So Max P means it's not a cut down version. It is full. This says 2070. It's actually 2080. It is full power. So you get the most performance out of it. So let's look. I don't remember what brand laptop it is, but I will see right here. So it is power spec. Okay. So the cost of it, as you can see, is 1550 right there. Okay. So it's an 8-core, 10th generation mobile, Intel CPU, 32 gig of RAM. That's a lot. 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte SSD. Actually, no, I'm wrong. It is a 2070 Super Max P. Alright, not 2080, 2070. I might have the 2080 or I may not. No, I don't have a video of 2080. Okay, so 2070 Max P, so you get the same hash rate on a 2070 desktop. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so while you're watching the video, basically, the way I recorded it, it was kind of a spy mission. Now, that day I did buy a laptop, so I was looking for a laptop. MicroCenter did not have many good laptops. Okay, let me pause real quick and I'll explain. They didn't have a good mix of price and hash rate for me. Not good enough. Alright, and so while I was recording, the video is a little shaky because basically they had this manager guy Huyan, and he was watching me like a hawk. I already told the story in the previous video, but if you have not seen it, basically like my last video was a 3080, an MSI with a RTX 3080, and that one he was just like walking behind me and telling me like, I hope you're not installing any programs on my laptops, you know. And just as he said that, he tells one of his goons to basically go and check every laptop in the store to make sure that I'm not mining on them. That was pretty funny. Basically like, you know, if you're a miner, and they know who's a miner, you know, I've spent over 20 grand in that store, and they're like, they treat miners like thieves. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous because we spend so much money in that store. Like a gamer will maybe buy one system, you know, they'll buy a motherboard, a CPU, an SSD, maybe a case for $100, you know, a power supply, and a graphics card. They'll spend maybe like 2 grand on a computer. Miners spend literally like thousands of dollars in that store. And yet miners get treated like thieves, while gamers are like, you know, like they're basically like bow down to gamers and whatnot. And I'm not against gamers. This is a video of how like MicroCenter treats people, you know, which is not good. Anyway, so he was watching me like a hawk. He thought that I was like mining, which it technically was, but my mining lasted, each video is like 2-3 minutes. You know, as soon as I was done, I deleted all the files. So I didn't leave the miners running, and he thought that I would be mining on their hardware and stealing their hash power. Anyway, pretty nasty guy. And if he's watching, hi Huyan, you know, you're a mean guy. But whatever, you know, that's your job. To treat customers that spend tens of thousands of dollars in your store like crap and then bow down to somebody who spends like $500. Whatever, nice business practice. Anyway, so here you can see the laptop. It's pretty thick, the ventilation on it is pretty good. And again, this is 2070 Max P. Alright, and the performance on it will be pretty much the same as my Asus TUF 3070, but that's a Max Q, which is a cut down version that's limited to 80 watts of power, and cost wise they're about equal, but this one is using more power. However, the specs on this, 32 gigs of RAM, that's pretty good. The rest, my ASUS is actually pretty good specs also. It's like 16 gigs RAM, terabyte SSD, so this is not much better. It's much heavier, a better cooling system, and about the same performance on Ethereum mining. But here you can see I have to overclock it by 1200 megahertz. So that's kind of like really pushing it, and I think that long term this will start giving a lot of bad shares, and that we can barely push 44 mega hashes per second. Not even, we're still at 43.9. Anyway, so yeah, here's the 2070 Max P, and you're just about 44 mega hashes per second. But if you can buy this laptop for like 1100, it will perform better than a cut down version of a 3070, although it does use a little bit more power. But the cooling on it is way better than the ASUS that I have. Alright, so next up is 3070 Max P. Alright, and I'll make a separate video just so we don't mix them up. I'll probably not retell the story of the spy mission at MicroCenter. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Again, like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel. And I have a couple of surprises for you, or actually just one surprise, but it's a pretty nice one. So make sure you keep watching this series. Again, I already made a video of the 2060. This was a 2070 Max P. Next one is a 3070 and then a 3080. And then another one that's really interesting. And it is not an NVIDIA GPU. So make sure you watch that. See you guys.